$3,000 less.
So, well, like, I know, 715?
Yeah, if it's just for the boat. But then you're seeing more of these contracts with the ROV included and Bourbon adding services like port support services, so they try and find a way to add to the rate by other means as well.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm just looking at what they reported, right? So they said for deep water, they said 14,000, and this 14,000 is fairly stable throughout 2017, which is quite interesting. I would expect some decline, but there wasn't any. So they had like
the reason the reason you wouldn't have that much decline is because the majority of those boats are on long-term contracts that will be set for the whole year in West Africa, if not even longer. So they lock their boats in on long-term contracts. They know what the rates are going to be, and they're with the West African market being so soft in terms of new construction work, you're actually not seeing an awful lot of spot fixing. You're not seeing a lot of drilling in the deeper water either right now. So that limits where the prospect of spot requirements. So rather than keep people active, then you just lay them up and wait for the market to get better. So the rates are surprisingly, the rates are surprisingly long term in West Africa, just by the way that the spot market is so soft. And most of the oil companies like to have control of their long term as well.
Right, but in any case, so those rates were for about 13.5, 14,000 throughout 2017. Yep. It was slightly weaker, about $1,000 weaker versus 2016. So again, not a big difference. And then in deep water and shallow water was about 8,000, which again was about 2,000 down from 2016. Mm-hmm. So the question is, like, because you said that reactivation would require the rates to triple. So based on this, we'll be talking like about, on average, that was about 10,000. So we'll be talking about, I don't know, 45,000 for deep water and call it 25,000 for shallow water. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah, but what I said was that the rates would have to at least double. It doesn't have to be triple, just double.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If rates move that much, then you could,
But then it would mean like 30,000 for deep water and about 16,000 for deep water, for shallow water.
Something like that, hypothetically, yeah.
Okay, but we're not there yet.
No, and like I say, there can be other reasons that they reactivate boats as well. Just even belief in a future market, rising confidence can mean that owners will reactivate boats even if the rates are much lower. But for sure, if the rates were at that sort of level, you would see a much more wholesale move to get things back active, because rates that high would mean tension between demand and supply, and would mean opportunities for the ships to go to work.
Because then, the question is if the market is improving, and when you say that the market is improving, I mean, can we actually make this statement today, right? Because in the North Sea we can, right? There's more tender activity. The market for understand is tighter. There are some like first, shorts, but at least term contracts, short as they are. Mm-hmm. So you could probably argue that there is some improvement. Can you say that there is? I mean, can we say for now that there is a similar improvement, or at least the initiation of such an improvement in Africa and Asia, or it's more like sort of a hope saying that with higher oil price it should improve, but we're not seeing this yet.
Yep. I mean, the two regions that move first are the North Sea and the Gulf of Mexico. So them starting to sound more confident is the start of that process for every region. But West Africa, the key projects are in very deep water. And you have seen a couple of projects awarded there, BP Tortue in Senegal and Mauritania, and there's maybe another 5 or 6 deep water projects that could be awarded there, but they all have 3-4 year lead times. So in the absolute demand terms right now, all of the regions are kind of bouncing along the bottom with odd percentage point increases here and there. But the confidence is starting to improve because the ship owners and contractors can see that the oil companies are moving back into a spending mode, to move drilling forward, to activate a higher number of new field developments.